Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase and this is All Things Around. Today we are talking about a very controversial thing. I'm sure you guys saw in the thumbnail. Today we are talking about Aventi's new museum piece. Now, honestly, if you guys did see the thumbnail, you saw that I truly believe this is Aventi's first big fail. Now, this is just my opinion and based on photographs alone, based on specs, based on their websites, because this thing is so hard to get a hold of that it's basically unobtainable for any individual. Now, I am not an Aventi hater. Here is my Aventi A11, producer Michael, the pure sapphire crystal case with the black DLC dial. I love Aventi. I've ordered 2 watches from Aventi already. First, let's just do a brief kind of overall history of Aventi and their timepieces, and then wait till the end and I'll give you guys my honest opinion. Now, before we hop into any of that, guys, remember between September 15th and October 15th on Chase straps, $50, you spend $50 and you get a free watch roll, a canvas watch roll. This is a canvas, wax covered, waterproof, vintage style watch roll. Holds 4 watches. Honestly, I'll put my quality of watch roll up against basically anything on the market. So spend $50 and you get a free watch roll. That's going to be until September 15th. Now let's get into Aventi's first big fail. Now, Aventi started with the Aventi A10 and the Aventi A11. These things were on Kickstarter. The Aventi A10 was a Hong Kong tourbillon in a titanium case that was Cerakoted. Now, you could get the raw titanium case or you can get the Cerakoted one that offered some, bright colorings. Me, specifically, I got the Modena yellow, and I have never gotten more compliments on a watch or more eyes down at my watch than that Modena yellow. People were like, what is that on your wrist? And I got more compliments than anything else. Then the next one was this one. It was the Aventi A11. They had the A11 with the clear sapphire. It was like a silver face. The reason I didn't like that one is because it kind of washed everything out and you couldn't really see anything. Then they came out with the Aventi A11 royal blue sapphire. So the sapphire itself was royal blue with a blue rubber strap, and this came on a semi-transparent kind of white clearish rubber strap. I like the black because it matches the face better. And they came out with this one. This is the producer Michael. It's an A11 Clear Sapphire, just like the original Clear Sapphire, except it has a black DLC coated dial, which is amazing. Still has the same Hong Kong tourbillon. And it went from $2,000 for the A10s to $5,000 for the A11 Clear, and then $10,000 for the royal blue. These prices were extremely affordable when it came to similar watches on the market. If I wanted to get a clear sapphire watch or even a royal blue sapphire watch, if I wanted to get a royal blue sapphire watch for $10,000, that is a steal when you're looking at the next company that does it is Hublot with their Big Bang sapphire, and that thing is $80,000. You can get it used for like $50,000. But $80,000 is just unobtainable for the general population or public. And plus it's Hublot, and Hublot is for Russian oligarchs only, and that's basically it. Hublot is garbage. Not saying they don't make good stuff, but the company itself is not the highest quality out there. You can argue with me in the comments. Now, then they came out with things like their A13 Sapphire Skull. They came out with their, even if I just stuck on the A11 series, you had the REC Green, which looked freaking badass. Talk about an emerald cased watch. That thing just looked like money on the wrist. They had the A13 Sapphire Skull. They had 2 different versions of that. And that Sapphire Skull one, that was the first one where they introduced their own proprietary Swiss tourbillon. And that was the GT-01S. That was their first Swiss tourbillon. Now, I talked to guys from Aventi, personally, and they said that from here on out, if it's not an A10 with a Hong Kong tourbillon or an A11 with a Hong Kong tourbillon, everything that's going to be released new is going to have their Swiss tourbillon in it. Now that sapphire skull is like $12,000 to $13,000, so you can see there's a slight progression when it comes to the quality and the price tier of their watches. Then they came out with this. This is the Golden Tiger museum piece. Now it has a clear sapphire case, just like this watch. It has the Swiss tourbillon, the GT-01S, that's in the sapphire skull. And it does have a 24 karat hand engraved tiger face on the front. Now, when I first saw this, again, this is just my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. When I first saw this on Instagram, I was like, what are they thinking? It looks like a cheap Chinese watch that I would get on AliExpress. Now, you could be like, oh man, I love that 24 karat hand carved tiger face on the front of my watch. You can say, oh man, I love tigers. I'm like the Tiger King. I'm not like the Tiger King at all. But you could say, I'm like the Tiger King. I love golden tigers. Cool. Doesn't make it any less look cheap. Like those cheap Chinese golden dragons that you see off of AliExpress. That was the first thing I thought. Okay, now I haven't found one Aventi timepiece that I don't like so far that I haven't been like, oh man, you know, I'd really love to get that. Honestly, if I could, I would get the sapphire skull. If I could, I'd get the REC Emerald. I love that green. That green looks so damn good. The sapphire skull looks so freaking badass. I did a video right here on that sapphire skull. It looks so freaking awesome. And then you give me this garbage? You give me this child's watch? Honestly, that's what it is. That's what it looks like. It looks like something that, yeah, if I had too much, we'll talk about the price point in just a minute. But if you wanted this watch, great. And if you had so much money to blow and you could just blow it to buy this watch, you should absolutely get whatever you like, whatever your heart desires. Please, please get it. It doesn't change the fact that this looks cheap AF. Period. Looks cheap as hell. Right? I don't give a shit if it's 24 karat gold. It just still looks cheap. Right? You gotta like a growling, snarling tiger, a gold tiger on the front of the watch. And this is for, they call them family members of people who have a purchase history. Even if they were like, Chase, I'll give this to you for half the cost, I still wouldn't buy it, right? Because the cost is $50,000. $50,000 to $50 grand for a sapphire case similar to this $6,000 watch that's on a $5,000 watch. Then the Swiss tourbillon that's in a $13,000 watch, but the Swiss tourbillon, that's not what makes it so expensive. What makes the sapphire skull, the A13, so expensive is not just the Swiss tourbillon. I mean, it is in a titanium case, but it's that really intricate sapphire skull that's inside of it. That's what makes that watch awesome and why they can raise the price point up a little bit more. But you can say, hey Chase, but that is a 24 karat hand carved tiger. Yep, it's a tiger in a sapphire watch. Now they say it has a sapphire dial with the gold tiger face on top of it. I'm gonna put it out there that this is Aventi's first big fail. Now they did release a new watch for $25,000. They just released that like a week ago. I got a email that asked me to take a look at it, kind of get my opinions on it, and it's okay. Like, it's still not my favorite. I don't know what they're doing. Like, you know, it reminds me of just a lot of companies out there who find some success and they really have a tried and true product, and then they start releasing other stuff that I think hurts the brand. Now, maybe it doesn't. But just like the Hublot, if you're not a Russian multi-millionaire oligarch, I don't understand, or a multi-million-dollar Asian man, I don't understand why you'd want this golden tiger. Sorry, it's reminiscent of a cheap watch. I could get the same, now I can't get the same, right? I can't get the same 24 karat gold, but I could get the same look, I feel, from a far cheaper watch. And it just looks cheap. And I can't get over that. I just can't get over it. I wanted to, and it haunted my nightmares. And I'd wake up in night sweats and I would say, oh my God, tell me that Aventi really didn't make this watch, the museum piece, this golden tiger. Please tell me. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me after the golden tiger if they said, well, we also have a golden dragon in the works too. Just can't get over it. Anyway, that's just a quick rant. I love Aventi. I've ordered 2 watches from them in the past, and I plan on ordering watches from them in the future, but I'm going to call a spade, and this is just my opinion. If you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below, leave a comment of the content you guys would like to see on this channel. I have watches here on the table to review, to include Tiffany blue watches and comparisons. I have a Frederique Constant gold watch that I have that is my wedding watch. I will be doing a review on that. I have the female version also, which is my fiance's watch, that I will also be doing a review on, and I'll be doing a lot more reviews in the future of all this stuff. Now make sure you guys are hitting that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop all those videos. Until next time.